Slanted eyes, peoples, they are wide. Come on, let's go out tonight. I don't know what I'm saying. I got a feeling something's about to begin. So I take a step right outside where the sky's blue and the clouds, oh, the clouds, they come rolling in.
Hello, Charlie Pop. I can pull up the model for you for a second. This is the model right now. It doesn't have the updated texture, so you can't, like, I'm trying to apply this sort of effect to other parts of the body. Yeah, that's what I'm up to right now. This is, right now I'm working on the arm. Like down here is the wrist and up here is the shoulder. See it on the image. Yeah, this is for a game. A game I am making all by myself. Well, why do I say that? That's not true. Getting help from other people. I guess because it sounds dramatic. I'm doing a lot of it by myself. More than 90%. Have to make sure that the edge is solid colors. The sides of cutting your model up so much as you have to have smooth seam edges, which get pretty tough pretty quick. Like this edge right here is match up. I might not match it up, I might just leave it looking a little shabby. Have to see how it turns out. But can't worry about that stuff. I could just copy and paste this down here, but I think I just want to paint it again. It's enjoyable to paint that. Sure, I'm just making sure I don't go to this top edge or bottom edge with my blending. Probably bring down the yellow a lot. Just want to make this line disappear first. That's the first goal. The bottom red line is pretty much gone. A little liney down here. Probably go pick it up a little more. Just probably add a bit more pink. Sometimes if you just keep going over it, you can solve a lot of your problems. Alright, that looking pretty good. Top one had more red up top. More pink. Looks alright. We can try that out. Okay. What else do I need? Those are arms. These are legs. Legs are looking done. And I was thinking about putting a pattern on the pink part of his skin, maybe like some blue dots. It has kind of a polka dot checkerboard pattern on it. I think I want to blend this blue like I'm doing with this. Oh, this blue isn't so harsh. Probably have to shrink down the brush size. These edges disappear. So let's... Can't get too crazy. For that edge, I'm just gonna have to gotta chip away at this a lot. It can't extend out any. The blue can't go further because if it goes off this edge right here, trouble. And I kind of want to run a color down the middle, like an orange or something. Maybe some red. And better. Try to do the other one. Still feels like I can get a halo of that edge. Leave it alone. Sorry about that. Piece of paper touching the mic. There we go. I don't want to smudge that yellow. I want that yellow to be sharp like that. So I gotta be careful not to still feels. Maybe it's just my eyes blinking. I feel like I can see that over the phone. Definitely right there. Right, so the back of the head right. Kind of in an awkward spot to put this texture on. You'll probably get away with running it down the back though. Maybe I can copy and paste it. Hello, the strong. You're happy. Okay. I'll show you what character. This right here doesn't have the updated texture on it. This is the version of the texture, but this is what it looks like right now. Just a lizard, chubby lizard. I'll be applying this new texture soon. See how whether it's good looking or not. Awesome. That. No. Doesn't. Centimeters don't scale into inches. Add it. Pixel perfect. There we go. Need to lasso that. Sprites are definitely less work. Well, that's not true. Not less work. I take that back. They are difficult in their own way. I probably just said that because I'm feeling how hard this is right now. Alright, let's save. Let's look how this looks on our model. Just save it as that version. Where is it? It should be .png5. Oh, I must not have saved correctly. Try that again. Don't want this on. That's good. We had to resave. There it is. Couldn't I see it in Blender? Open. There it is. I swear it wasn't there last time. thought I just saved it without the grid on there. What is going on? Blender, are you like lagging? Oh, that's the old one. Weird. Alright. If I did a copy paste so this would line up perfectly. Looks like it worked. Sweet! Oh, that makes me so happy that that lined up so good. Awesome. I can run this down his back. Transition there looks good. Like that. Fun looking. A little messy on the seam though. Oh, it looks good though. How noticeable is that? It's a tiny bit noticeable. Probably have to clean it up a little. Alright. See how this transition turns. There's the seam here. What this is all about is just battling these seams. I want to use these cool transitions, but these seem ugly. I conquered that seam on the back. 2 even sides. See on the arm here. It's down here. See that one? Oh, there it is. That one blended really nice. I don't even need to fix that one. This one didn't turn out very good though. So I guess I may need to copy this arm over this one. I need to figure out where that is on my grid. Show me where it is. These? It's like not showing up over here. Should highlight what I have selected. It is strange. Well, I guess I'll just try to figure it out. Alright, so that one has a lot of pink right on the seam. This one's like a smooth bed. Which one is that? That one has a chunk of pink towards the arm. Oh, I can just paint on it. Brush stroke. Oh, I wasn't even looking at the right thing. I was looking at the legs or whatever. Okay, well that's good to know. So that's the bad one. Right there. I need to copy this down here. Here. Pixel off. Feels right there. That's how that one's lined up. That one has extra on the top row, so the top row has the extra. My attention to detail is a little obsessive. Alright, I think that's it. That's the exact pixel. That's on there. That should look good. This is the legs. See how the legs seem. The blue turn. It looks pretty bad. Definitely. And you can still see that halo where the edge used to be. Whoops, I forgot to turn the grid off. Let's just re-save that.
Huh?
Nothing, I'm just talking with.
Oh, okay.
Not done. Saving. 83%. That's why I wasn't showing up. Nope. Like we need to add a little bit of red here. Less red. Actually kind of that and blend. Not too much though. Can make it look a little less sharp. Shrink. Brush might be too hard for the it's hard. You need a soft brush. Soften. Smeared it. It's a softer brush. All about these damn seams. Yeah, it's working. All we have to do is fix these seams and we're good to go. That line, it's a piece. I just feel like it's the wrong color. Going away. I think we need to soften up. Alright, that looks a lot better. Let's try to do some of that up here. Starting to blend. Line is slowly fading. Gourmet. Brushes in. Blurry's better than sharp. Right. That one mostly disappeared right there. got out on the legs. Alright. That soften brush was pretty good. Oh, it was a smear. That's to add some red back into this. It's awful. Okay, that worked out better. Add in that red first this time. Right. Alright, all the seams are gone. Oh, happy to be done with. Alright. I do not like this. This is not. So let's take that back into Photoshop. Comes the coffee to the table. Boom. All right. There we go. Right. Blue does not look good. It's because it's too harsh. I'm just gonna go over it. Since not completely, but a little bit. I think that blue is just wrong. Shade of blue. Wish I could make the picker bigger. This thing's pixel perfect, you know. Flat brush. I want to run the blue closer to the yellow. Yeah, I want all this. Got blue in it. I don't like the double layer of blue, dark blue on the light. Let's hope it turns out good on the model. Looks good here, but for some reason it's not looking good. Okay. I want to do the same thing with red. Yellow got softened up somewhere. that oil brush. Get her blush. Yeah, phone on. Brush. Get it right now. Okay. Alright, let's see how that turned out. ESDs save faster than P, which is because these are only there. Oh. I had a phone call. Wait, did it save him? Not done saving. Ah, I forgot to turn off the grid again. This is a day in life. Yeah, 100%. I think tentatively gonna call it done. Pretty good. Blue, I don't know. Oh, I don't know if it wrist did not. Gotta fix that. Okay. Never quite finished an ETR. Always have to show. Alright. Now I think I'm done with the body. Now we can go on to the eyeball. Right. Let's... Okay. Hey. Why'd you take my texture off? Leave me like that. So it's only there in material mode. Right. Meshes. It's hard to remember every shortcut. Point object. Control J. Guess that should have been obvious, but it wasn't. Okay. Probably should I guess I should apply its own material before I join. As a material. It's the same for the guy. Like I have been lowered a ton. Material or texture on the wrap the eyeball. Hide this. Let's work with only eyeballs. No, I can't because I need to see where. I mark my seams now. First one I'll do is pupil. Let's see. I like to do a secondary ring, the iris, just in case I feel like adding one. Looks like we can. Like this. Yeah. Should be good enough. Unwrap. Let's see how they look. Pretty bad. What would be a better one? I think instead of having the seam, better to try and wrapping that again. That should be good enough. I think it'd be easier to delete one of the eyes though. Instead of matching it. I would rather work in here and match them up than try to overlap both the eyeballs so I could use a smaller texture. So, one eyeball's gotta go. Hi Kevlar Mustache. Can I still show you the seams on this guy? Let's see. Okay, so here's this guy's seams. There's not a lot, there's a lot of tutorials for humans. There's not a lot of tutorials for anything that is not a human. You could just Google anywhere and you could find a tutorial pretty easy for human So like this head is purely unconventional. Like you can see I just have the polygons painted differently along the seam here. So I kind of avoided dealing with that seam. Here you can see the color is pink all the way across the entire seam. Except for right there, which Blender allows you to like paint the line up so it lines up better. This I copy and pasted the side to the other side, so we kind of have like a Rorschach test. Yeah, you can kind of see like the Rorschach test because I copied the side to the other side so it would match up. And down here, I used a smudge brush. You can see how it kind of gets muddy along the seam. I feel like that's better than having the sharp line. As far as where you want to put your unwraps, you just put them out of the way. So like, you put them in spots that you'll have flat blocks of color or that will hide underneath stuff. Like, I was confident I was going to put a solid color along that entire seam, so I was confident to put a seam there. You usually want to cut stuff in half. I left this connected right here so the finger would stay together. If we look at the feet and the hands, you can see I left two connectors right there so the feet would, so one foot would stay as one big piece. So that's helpful. Yeah, on all the tube parts of your model, like this arm's like basically a tube, you just cut it at the two edges of the tube and then draw a crease down the tube. This actually gets really easy if you have clothes on your character, because then you can just tuck the seams underneath clothes. Or, yeah, so like if this guy was wearing a shirt, like a short sleeve shirt, I could just cut the seam right there and then the shirt would go over it and you'd never even see a seam at all. Same with pants, belts, and like bandolier straps, all that stuff can help hide seams. I was actually doing this earlier today. I was making this seam look nice on its transition, and it turned out pretty good. Like, you kind of still see it if I get close to it, but it's mostly gone. It blends really well. And that's because I used, there's a smudge brush in Blender that allows you to, I think I was using smudge, yeah, I was using smudge to, like, make this line basically disappear. So you just paint both sides, and then you just match it up the best you can, and just finish it off with the smudge brush. Let's go back to the seams. As you can see, got another tube, so there's a cut going across the tube section. Top and bottom. I like to cut feet in half. People do it different ways, but that's how I do it. Again, if you had a shoe on the character, there's a nice place to put a seam between the sole of the shoe and the actual, like, foot covering part of the shoe. Like, because there's always going to be a color transition there, so you can get away with that really easily. Doing a naked model is actually one of the hardest things to unwrap and make the texture good all the way over it. Because you don't have clothes to hide seams under. But yeah, just barely finished painting him today in the eyeball. Let's go back to that eyeball. I have followed a tutorial, and I learned a lot today about matching up textures using built-in brushes in Blender to help make edges disappear. No combination of both. It just takes time. Anything that is awesome just takes time to learn how to do. So these should both... That... Why isn't that updating? Is it because I'm in the wrong one? I have to be... Yeah, so those are now on top of each other. So when I apply one map to one, it'll apply it to the other one. So now I basically have two maps with UV coordinates that are exactly the same. And since I'm putting solid colors on these, like I would usually like pull these away from each other so there was more space than this, because that's really tight together. I'm not worried about that because this model is the eyeball is going to have solid colors all over it. There's not going to be any texturing. There's not going to be any like mixing of colors like there is here. It's just going to be solid color, solid color, solid color. All right. So what we can do now is go to these, export all this. Gecko. Why is it stopping my music? Maybe I'm at the end of the... Let's see. Must be at the end of my playlist. That's weird. I've never reached the end of the playlist on Amp before. We'll just pop a new playlist on. Right. Gecko. Eyeball UV. Alright. I can pop in here. Where'd it go? There it is. I am going to animate this model. And I will stream it this time. I didn't stream it for the wolf because I was kind of learning how to do. Yep, Kevlar, you'll be able to see all that process. Alright. I kind of want to open up the wolf one to see what colors I use there. I was looking at a Dota 2 character the other day just to see how they made it. It's eyeball, it's right here. So the question is that pure black or not? It is almost pure black, but not exactly. We'll copy that black. Alright, need good old regular brush. We are just doing solids for the eyeball. Alright. I actually didn't decide on colors beforehand for what the eyeball would be, but we do have... This is the wolf one, have this yellow. But that won't work because we have so much yellow on our model right now, like right next to the eyeball. Maybe a blue. Maybe I can grab that blue, put that on the eyeball. Maybe that'll be good. Blue. It's for the main part of the eyeball. Yeah. Make sure we didn't overlap. So clean this up a little. That's why I would usually move them apart. I can paint more easily. Alright, let's see how that looks. Save this as Gecko Eyeball Diffuse. One. Save it in as a PNG. Got our eyeball, so damn. We'll just put some green in it. There we go. Be able to do some cool stuff with that. I was thinking about tinting their eyeballs red when they're in hostile mode. I actually tried it out in Unity. It was pretty cool. Let me pull that up. We go textures. Go here. And actually just click on this. Go over here like that. Yeah. Isn't that cool? I think that'd be really awesome in game. Guys are just red like that and they're angry. I'll do that. Control Z. Or we could even tint this red too. You're not doing it a little bit. No, these are things I can try out and mess with. The eye definitely looks cool. I like that. Yeah. I went with that. What do you mean by spots? Yeah, but how would I paint it on? Like, here's his back right here.
Well, let's do the thing. I mean, you could improvise, but like...
Well, let me pull up the gecko. I know what it's. I remember what it's called now. The Namibe gecko. And the Wikipedia entry actually had the best picture. Hold on, I'm not there yet. Okay.
I thought I saw him with the black.
Oh, do you want to? I was basing my paint job off of this.
But you can't really see his back though, or the top
I can
of
see
it.
his back.
Kind of. So what it looks like is he's got circles going down the center. You could kind of do like kind of how you're blending the red and the pink together. Do that with the white and just make it like a nice, sharp hat. A row of white circles that are.
Let's see. Brush. There we go. Oh, brush for. And you're
Do
thinking.
it on a new layer.
You're thinking white would be good.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's not white. I mean, this white. You think straight up white?
Maybe not dots like that, but just, yeah, like a dot. More of a dot shape, though. But it would softly blend in with the edges.
Okay, so I could turn my opacity down. Like that. You can see how it looks on the model. Big deal. David has a new version. I don't know, they look a little big. I kind of want to shrink them down.